I'm pleased to introduce Stephen J. Hope, the President and CEO of Office Automation Systems Limited, also known as Cian Incorporated, a service-disabled veteran-owned small business. Mr. Hope is a 20-year veteran of the United States Navy. With background in cryptologic, computer programming, and systems engineering, Mr. Hope's diverse framework centers on the military and national intelligence area. He attended postgraduate studies at the Defense Intelligence College and holds a BA in Business Management with a concentration in Information Systems from the University of Maryland. With over 30 years of experience in the computer industry, Mr. Hope has become an expert of microcomputer networks, computer security, computer forensics, and industry compliance matters. His company, Cian Incorporated, specializes in computer network security and employs 40 people, over 50% of whom are veterans, in my hometown of Peoria. Cian, which provides, determines, and ensures the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of your network, that's their mission, is to provide remote and on-site computer network security to include access control, forensics, intrusion, and vulnerability detection, risk assessment, auditing, and incident response to government and corporate networks. Last year in 2009, Mr. Hope started the first ever Businesses Back to Basics in Peoria, recognizing that budgets were tight and information technology is crucial to a company's continuation of operations and success. Cian launched this service to assist local businesses with their IT concerns. Beginning February 23rd of 2009 and still continuing, Cian offers free support to any IT-related issue a business may have. Additionally, seats in this call center are being filled by IT professionals in the community currently seeking full-time positions with benefits. Given his diverse background and his work with federal governments, I know Mr. Hope has several ideas for how Congress can work to improve the service-disabled veteran-owned small business program. And with that, I'm happy to yield 5 minutes to Stephen Hope of Office Automation Systems. Welcome, Mr. Hope.
Thank you and good afternoon. Chairman Nye, Ranking Member Schock, and members of the committee. Thank you for inviting me to testify today. My name is Steve Hope. I retired over 21 years ago after 20 years of active duty honorable service in the Navy. In 1990, I started my own company, a small computer consulting firm with offices now in Peoria, Illinois, and Bowie, Maryland. I have a service-connected disability and run the day-to-day operations of my company. I'm the President and CEO of Office Automation Systems Limited. We do business as Oasis and Cian Incorporated. We are a C corporation, registered with the Small Business Administration as a Vietnam-era veteran-owned and service-disabled veteran-owned small business concern. We are registered with the CCR, ORCA, Small Business Association, and VetBiz. We are an information technology firm specializing in computer network security, including penetration tests, forensics, incident response, and information assurance. Basically, we keep the bad guys off your networks. Over 50% of my employees are veterans, and nearly every one of my employees carry a certified industry certification. I offer this background on my company because I want to emphasize that I have done my homework, I followed the rules and regulations, and I have complied with agency mandates. The issue before the committee has deeply affected the growth of my company and pursuit of my doing business with the government. To date, we have yet to receive one single government prime contract, nor any service-disabled, veteran-owned small business concern set-aside contract. I have read every word of the GAO reports that have been submitted to the committee, and while I have no firsthand knowledge of waste, fraud, or abuse of SDVO contracts, it doesn't surprise me. I have witnessed it in other small business administration business development programs, but I have chalked up our inability to get a primary SDVO contract to the typical government red tape, the good old boy network, and federal regulations. One such regulation puts the onus on the losing contractor to protest a bid to prove any wrongdoing in terms of an SDVO status by the winner. I see other evidence of the problems all the time. I'm not here to add any more confusion or problems to the committee. Actually, I have solutions. I think I have 4 very viable, realistic solutions that could be put into place now. Number one, the implementation of a business rules management system. Sophisticated artificial intelligence software that will capture, analyze, test, and execute the rules and regulations of numerous sources. Capturing, collating, and analyzing agency databases will indeed yield the intended results to confirm the eligibility, the industry, and the possible involvement of the day-to-day operations by the owners. That's all required by current regulations. Number two, it should be imperative that the contracting officers interview the bidding finalists and ascertain the particulars of how the operations will be run and review their SDVO eligibility. I also highly recommend site visits. Currently, many contracts require a contractor site visit pre-contract award. This additional requirement to visit the finalist site should be added to every SDVO awarded contract. Number three, something needs to be done to reverse the SBA regulation that makes it imperative that 8A minority status contracts remain an 8A contract. The once an 8A contract, always an 8A contract, CFR 125.504, fights the effort to allow existing contracts to be realigned into the SDVO initiative. Although well-intended, the forever an 8A contract clause was introduced when information technology was experiencing exponential growth. The unintended consequence has arisen that 8A contract set-asides have a virtual lock on many IT support contracts at many and dozens of federal agencies. Number four, all disabled veteran-owned companies are issued a separate identification card, as I'm holding up now, by the Department of Veterans Affairs. For veterans indicating that they own and operate a business and they desire to operate within the SDVO initiative, additional information should be included on this card, either on a microchip or other means of doing it, even with the barcode, that this card should be presented when contracts are awarded and they are signed. My overall goal in addressing the committee today is to make myself available, my experiences known to the committee members, and I hope to illustrate how the President's SDVO directive actually affects the business owners attempting to do work with the federal government. I respectfully request that you consider my recommendations and you help us improve the opportunities for SDVO initiatives. I would like to thank the committee for inviting me. Thank you for the opportunity to testify, and I would like to answer any questions.